Welcome back to the 8th concession. My name is Natalie. Well, it's getting on in the growing season, and today I've got some harvest baskets. I've got some produce to get out of the garden. This is the fun time when you get to harvest what you've grown. However, I am a little concerned that I'm a little late pulling these. This has just been the year of being late. I was late planting some of the crops, and now I feel like I'm late pulling some of the crops, and I'm worried there's a lot of damage on them. So let's go see how they're doing. Well, here I am in the vegetable garden by bed number 3, and the two plants I'm concerned about are my leeks and my cabbages. Now the leeks look great. They're really thick. They've got good growth, but I'm starting to see some holes in them. And one other year when I picked my leeks, they had a lot of bug damage, some sort of borer. And I'm thinking, oh goodness, did I leave them too long this year? The other is the cabbage. Some I mentioned the other day had split from the excess water that we've had, the constant rain. And then I have seen some brown leaves as well. They've been under the netting, so I haven't really had a close look at them, and I think that I better today. We have a beautiful sunny morning here, but this afternoon we're supposed to get some more rain, the last thing we need, and then a couple of sunny days and like 5 more days of rain. So I want to do these today before it gets any worse. So I wanted to show you what I mean. Right here you can see these holes in the stem, and I'm worried. I'm worried something is coming in and starting to eat my leeks. So out they come today. Oh, geez. Well, I better go get my knife. By knife, I mean this thing, which I think it's on an actual hearty, but it's based on the same design. So here's the harvest of leeks. I mean, I'm so happy with how they've turned out. They look big. I have a whole basket full. And if you remember when I planted them, they really were spindly. These ones I grew myself. It's just always amazing to me how vegetables go from like nothing, a tiny seed or a tiny start, and just turn into this. Now, this one here does show why I'm a little bit worried. This has some pest damage. Something has been eating into the stalk. Not too many look like that. However, I won't really know until I start processing them, cutting them, cleaning them to get them ready to freeze. I freeze most of my leeks. So we'll see. One year there were these tiny little bugs inside, so I am worried. I did not get them out a second too soon. So these are the ones I grew from seed. Now I'm going to go check the ones that I bought as starts. So these leeks over here I bought as starts. Just trying to see, well, like there's some damage here. And there's some damage there. You can see, if I can get it in the shade right there. I think these better come out too. Now again, I'm really pleased with the harvest. This whole basket is full of leeks. But look at the difference. I realized that the store-bought ones, you can see they're very much like a tube, whereas the ones I grew kind of bulb at the bottom. I think these were large Musselburgh. The ones I grew from starts, of course, they didn't have the variety labeled. It just said leeks, so I'm not sure what kind these are. But these do worry me. There seems to be more pest damage on these. A lot of the leaves are chewed. You can see right here. So I don't know what I'm going to find when I clean and chop them, but I did not take them out a day too soon, I have to say. Still, it looks like a great harvest. We're going to have lots and lots of leek for soups and stews. I'm very happy about that. Now I'm going to check on the cabbage. These at the front, you can see I've got some brown, some sort of damage. Let's have a look at what we're dealing with here. Yeah, this is what I'm worried about. I'm going to take this one because that looks lovely. But this one has split and it's got some brown leaves on top. Let's get it out of here. Ugh. Actually, that's gross. Something's going on there that I don't like. You see that? Yeah, we're not eating that. Now I'm really worried. Well, it's split, but I can still use it for rice and cabbage. It doesn't seem to be rotting like the other one. Ugh. But I do think I left my cabbages too long. Shoot. Well, let's see how the others are. What about this one? Oh, this one actually looks good. I'm going to take it out. But that looks great. Oh, what a relief. Now I'm not going to pull them all because I'm not ready to process them all. But I do want to have a look now. That one looks okay. I'm not going to wait too long though with that brown there. That one looks okay. That one looks okay. That one's good. Oh, another reed. Out of there. Oh, that one looks good. These all look good. What a relief. Okay, I'm going to cover these back up again until I'm ready to make cabbage rolls, which I think I'm going to have to do this week so I don't lose these to whatever it was made that other cabbage go. And there are some brown leaves happening. I mean, they're done. They need to come out, but phew, that's a relief. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give all the leeks and cabbages a rinse off out here with the hose. Bring them in a bit at a time because within my tiny kitchen, there's no way I could have all of the leeks and cabbages in there at the same time. I wouldn't have anywhere to walk. Well, it's actually been 2 days since I harvested the leeks. I just had so many things going on. I did, however, chop up and cook the cabbage for rice and cabbage that night. I'll link the recipe below. I've done another video on a very simple meal of rice and cabbage. And then yesterday I planned to do it before I also had appointments in the afternoon. I thought I'd take the morning to do the leeks, and then we had a chicken emergency. I heard screaming. I ran over to the coop and there were feathers everywhere, and there was a chicken lying next to the fence and then I heard scrabbling in the grass beyond, and it seems that I scared off a predator who in broad daylight decided he wanted chicken. And the chicken that I thought was dead actually jumped up. She did have a puncture on her neck, but we got them all back in the run, closed the door, and they've all survived. But I think if I hadn't gotten over there in the nick of time, she would have been dead. Now, we had to corral the other 7 so that they do go out during the day now in what we call the paddock. It has an electric fence around it. However, we noticed after this incident that the weeds had grown up so much with all the rain we've been having that they actually were shorting out the fence, that even though we had it plugged in, it was shorting out and it wasn't actually electrified, which is what gave the predator, you know, the opportunity to come and try and grab one of our chickens. So before we put them back outside, we have to go around everywhere we have that fence and cut it all back again and test to make sure it's electrified before we let them back out again. But that took all morning to try and herd them all back into the run. They were terrified. They were screaming. It was an ordeal. But luckily they've all survived, and I checked on the one this morning that did have the puncture, the one who was attacked, and she's fine. She's eating, she's running around. She seems fine, but it was close. So that ruined yesterday's plans. So today it's kind of overcast. We're probably going to get more rain, and I have to get these leeks done now. To process my leeks, because I use them for soups and stews all winter, I simply chop them, wash them, and freeze them. There's no cooking or blanching involved. So let's get to it. There you go, 7 bags of leeks ready for the freezer, ready for some delicious soups and stews over the winter. Well, I'm glad to have that done. That was a big job. It was interesting. The leeks that I grew from starts, that they didn't make like a bulb on the end. They were straight down. I don't know what variety they were. They didn't say. They definitely gave me more stem to use, which I really like, the green, but they were also more prone to the pest damage I found, and I had to throw away a lot more of them. So I guess it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another. But I think I did definitely leave the leeks too long. There was a lot that I had to throw away because of pests, whatever that little worm is that burrows into the leeks really got a foothold, especially on the larger ones. I think I have to make a real effort next year to get them out of the ground before they sit too long and attract those pests. But I still got a good harvest, 7 bags, so I'm not complaining. I'm just frustrated that I just can't seem to get it all done on time, but I guess that's life, right? Right. So that's it for today. I got that chore done. I have to move on to other things, but over the next couple of days, I think my onions are ready to come out. The rest of the potatoes that I left are ready to come out. The other cabbages are ready, so I need to make some cabbage rolls. This is the busy time of year in the garden, but it's a lot of fun, and it feels really good to get the food preserved and put away for the winter. Anyway, hope you're getting your preserving done too. Bye for now.